comic Captain America's shield, only breakable by a handful of the strongest villains. Marvel Legends Captain America's shield, only breakable by an average strength human? Probably below average strength human? That's right, folks. This week I was posing Captain America, and the shield's clasp that clips onto his wrist crumbled in my hand. Ugh. And now look how sad Cap is. I feel terrible.
Ha ha.
Oh, Cap, stop moping around. We could fix this. Just need to figure out some way without making it worse. Okay, so obviously, if I try to glue the little broken piece back on there, it's just going to crumble apart the first time I try to clip it on his wrist. That whole broken plastic part needs to go. Alright people, we have a plan. The tools I'm going to use on this project are pliers, wire cutters, 18 gauge aluminum wire left over from my venom tendrils, black glue sticks also left over from my venom tendrils, and a low temperature glue gun. I'm going to start off with a sketch. I have this idea in my head. First of all, I'm going to draw the little arches that are molded onto the back of the shield. Now obviously the wire is going to have to go underneath the left arch and then pass through the middle, and then I'm going to have it point upwards, and this is going to form the peg that's going to slide into Cap's back when he's storing the shield back there. And then the wire needs to come down before being bent in half to make a U shape to form the clasp that will grab onto his wrist. And then finally the wire is going to loop through our right arch on the shield, and hopefully that'll work. First things first, I need to get that old clasp off the back of the shield. I'm going to start off by dunking the shield in some hot water from my sink. And we'll just wait a minute or two for that to warm up. Shield's nice and warm now. Hopefully we can pull that plastic bit out of the center without breaking the arches. This is the do or die moment, people. We're either going to fix this shield or I'm going to make it much worse. Cap, stop making me feel bad. Okay, carefully, see if we could pull that out of there. Oh, okay. That was really easy. Good to know. Moving on to the wire. First of all, make sure the wire fits under the arch. Yep, looks good. And then I'm going to start shaping the wire. First of all, I'm going to start with the end that's going to go underneath the left arch of the shield. And then I'm going to bend it at a 90-degree angle to make the peg that's going to slide into Cap's back. And I'm going to tighten that with my pliers to make sure that it fits in Cap's hole in his back. Not his back hole. Okay. Alright, it looks like it fits. And it looks like my peg is just a little over 1.5 centimeters long. Now that we know that works, I'm going to start shaping the wire to make the clasp that's going to fit around his wrist. So at this point my wire is kind of shaping up to look like a T, with each piece of the wire doubling back on itself. I'm going to make sure that I bring one final piece back so that it will fit under the right arch on the shield. So here's my completed T. Now let's see if I can fit that in the shield. And then I'm going to bend the two top points of the T to make kind of a circular shape, and this will be the part that fits around Cap's wrist. And this part is going to be at a 90-degree angle to the peg that fits in his back, because we want the shield to maintain that hinge design it originally had to swap between fitting on the back and fitting on the wrist. So here's what my design looks like so far. And now I'm going to test it on Cap. I bent the wires around his wrist, and that's actually staying on there pretty good. Happy with that. Now for the trickier part, we'll see if it stays on his back. Okay, so the peg still fits in his back, but it is a little wobbly. I think we can make that a little more secure with the help of some hot glue. And I'm just putting a very thin layer of that black glue on the peg that fits in Cap's back. And I'm using the black glue instead of the regular clear glue sticks because this black glue is more of a rubbery texture and will help grip better, whereas the clear glue sticks is much more smooth and I guess you could say less grippy. Boy, I'm getting really technical here, aren't I? Okay, so here's the shield. I'm much happier with how that fits. It's pretty secure in his back. You have to wiggle it a bit to get it out. And here's what the completed shield looks like. I've never tried a repair like this before, but I'm actually pretty happy with how this turned out. The clasp maintains its functionality while not sticking out as an obvious repair while it's on the figure. I suppose if I wanted it to blend in even more, I could track down some red wire. So Cap, what do you think? Are you happy with your repaired shield? Good! Now you could stop making me feel guilty! And that's all the Marvel fun for today. I will be back with another Marvel video next Monday, so make sure you subscribe if you'd like to stay updated. And thanks for watching.